Have you ever noticed how calm and respectful Japanese children seem in public? Maybe you've already tried timeouts or reward charts, but your child still doesn't listen or respect boundaries. What if I told you that Japanese parenting isn't based on strict control? Instead, it's about raising children who want to do the right thing because they understand their role within the family. Welcome to Mind Universe. Today, we're going to explore 7 secrets of Japanese parenting that help raise respectful and self-disciplined children, and how you can adapt these methods in your own home. Ready? Let's begin. Secret 1. Amae, building deep emotional security. The first secret is called Amae, which means allowing your child to depend on you completely during their early years. Japanese parents believe that children need to feel deeply safe and loved before they can develop independence and self-discipline. What does this look like in practice? Instead of pushing babies and toddlers toward early independence, Japanese mothers stay physically close, respond immediately to their needs, and build an unshakable bond of trust. This isn't spoiling a child, it's building emotional security. Why does it matter? When children feel completely safe and accepted, they naturally want to please their parents and behave in ways that maintain harmony. They don't seek attention through misbehavior because they already receive the attention they need. The key: trust comes first. Discipline becomes easier later because your child doesn't want to disappoint you. Secret 2. Teach through example. Japanese parents rarely give long lectures about behavior. Instead, they model the behavior they want to see and allow children to observe and imitate. A real-life example: if a Japanese mother wants her child to be tidy, she doesn't scold them for making a mess. She simply starts cleaning while the child watches. She might calmly say, "Let's put these toys back where they belong." And they do it together without turning it into a battle. Children are natural imitators. When they see you speaking calmly, treating others with respect, and caring for shared spaces, they absorb those behaviors as the normal way to act. Why does this work? Children learn more from what parents do than from what they say. When you consistently demonstrate calmness, respect, and responsibility, your child begins to reflect those qualities naturally, not because they're forced to, but because that's the standard they see every day. Secret 3. The power of we over me. Japanese culture places the group above the individual, and this is strongly reflected in parenting. Instead of focusing on what do you want, parents teach children to think about what's best for everyone. How is this applied? When a child wants something that may disturb others, parents gently redirect them by saying, "Let's think about how this affects our family," or "What would happen if everyone did the same thing?" For example, if a child is being loud in a restaurant, instead of saying, "Be quiet," a Japanese parent might whisper, "Let's use a quiet voice so everyone can enjoy their meal." Why does it work? This approach teaches empathy and social awareness from a very young age. Children learn that their actions affect others. When they understand they're part of something larger than themselves, they naturally become more considerate and cooperative. They don't just follow rules, they care about their community. Secret 4. Natural consequences instead of punishments. Japanese parents rarely use traditional punishments, such as timeouts or taking away privileges. Instead, they allow natural consequences to teach the lesson. Examples: if a child refuses to wear a jacket on a cold day, the parent lets them experience the cold and then offers the jacket without saying, "I told you so." If a child breaks a toy by being rough with it, they experience the disappointment of no longer having that toy. The parent remains calm and empathetic. That must be frustrating. What can we learn from this? No anger, no lecture. Just reality acting as the teacher. Why does it work? Children connect their decisions directly with the outcomes, without the emotional drama of punishment. They don't resent the parent, they simply learn that actions have consequences. Over time, this develops genuine self-discipline, rather than obedience based on fear. Secret 5. Give them responsibility. From a very young age, Japanese children are given real responsibilities. 3-year-olds help set the table, preschoolers help serve lunch to classmates, elementary school students clean their own classrooms. This isn't punishment, it's about teaching children that they are valuable contributors to their family and community. Practical example. A 4-year-old might be responsible for watering plants every morning or helping fold small towels. If the child doesn't do it perfectly, the parent doesn't redo the task. Instead, they appreciate the effort and offer genuine gratitude. Why does it create respectful children? Because children who contribute feel valued. They understand that their actions matter and help others. This builds self-esteem based on usefulness, not just praise. When children see themselves as contributors rather than simply receivers, they naturally become more responsible and cooperative. Secret 6. Gentle persistence. Japanese parents avoid direct confrontation and power struggles. Instead of demanding immediate obedience, they use gentle and persistent guidance that respects the child's feelings while maintaining boundaries. How does it work? If a child refuses to leave the playground, a Japanese parent doesn't yell or drag them away. They kneel to the child's level and acknowledge their feelings. I know you're having fun and don't want to leave. Then they gently redirect. We need to go now, but we can come back tomorrow. Would you like one last trip down the slide? Or would you rather say goodbye to the swings? The parent gives the child time to process, stays calm, and repeats the expectation as many times as necessary without anger. The key. The boundary never changes, but the way it's communicated remains respectful. Why does it work? Children feel heard and respected, which reduces resistance. Over time, they learn that limits are firm, but their feelings matter, and cooperation is simply what's expected, not something to fight against. Secret 7. Teach self-regulation through calmness. Japanese parents believe children learn to manage emotions by observing calm, regulated adults, especially during stressful moments. Instead of matching the child's emotional intensity, they become the calm anchor. What does this look like? When a child has a tantrum, a Japanese mother doesn't yell, threaten, or immediately try to fix the problem. She stays physically close, speaks softly and steadily, and waits for the storm to pass. She might quietly say, "I'm here with you. Let's take some deep breaths together." This teaches children that strong emotions are normal, but they don't have to act on every feeling they experience. The parent's calmness literally helps regulate the child's nervous system. Over time, children internalize this ability to pause and calm themselves. Why is this powerful? Emotional regulation is the foundation of self-discipline. When children learn to manage their emotions without losing control, they make better decisions, follow instructions more easily, and handle disappointment more effectively. These are all qualities we want in respectful and well-balanced children. Putting it into practice. Now that you know these 7 Japanese parenting secrets, let's talk about how you can start applying them in your own home, even if you're not raising your children in Japan. The good news is that you don't need to change everything overnight. Small, consistent changes can make a big difference. Where should you start? Choose 1 or 2 secrets that address your family's current challenges. If your child struggles with responsibility, start with secret number 5. If power struggles are your biggest issue, focus on secret number 6, and be patient with the process. Japanese parenting works because it's consistent over time, not because it delivers instant results. These methods build character slowly and deeply, creating lasting change rather than temporary obedience. Remember, every child and every family is different. You don't have to follow Japanese parenting perfectly. The goal is to adapt these principles in ways that fit your family and culture. Which of these 7 secrets interests you the most? Leave a comment and share what works in your family. Let's learn together. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to Mind Universe for more parenting strategies that really work. Thanks for watching, and remember, parenting is a journey, not a destination.